Cool, let's have it. We're gonna do something super cool to our M5. And if you haven't seen it already, this is our white aluminium, silver brushed finished G90 M5. In this episode of the build, this is episode 1, which we are hoping to add some power to our M5, which looks something like this, but does look pretty cool with its new set of wheels on. In this episode, we're going to install a set of CSF Charge Coolers. So I'm hoping to map this car. We haven't done anything to it yet. This is going to be the first power modification. We'll then look at doing exhaust systems, maybe some downpipes, and then we'll start doing some mapping. But we're gonna have some fun. This is a cool mod. One, it obviously adds performance, keeps the car cool, as well as looks amazing inside that engine bay. This car looks pretty cool anyways. So these, yeah, let's get to the workbench and go through them in a bit more detail. All right, so we're at the workshop with the parts. So these are the CSF F90 and G9X in charge coolers for the S63, S68 engine. The engines are similar. Obviously, the new G9X with G90 and G99 has the hybrid motor, but these do fit. They do require a bit of modification. So you get this beautiful install guide. It's pretty basic. It tells you exactly what you need to do to make these fit, because there are some additional brackets on the G90, G99 compared to the F90. But performance-wise, these have been tested on a few cars. We're obviously a test mule as well. We're gonna start pushing them, but so far they've been performing really well. These have been finished in a gold color by the guys over at CSF, which I think are gonna brighten up the kind of engine bay. You can also get these in a raw finish, black or white, or any color you want really. So hit up our sales team. But in this video is gonna be a bit more detailed on the installation, what kind of goes into it, and the modifications required to get these to fit. In later on videos, we're going to start turning up the power of our vehicle, which we can then start to see the benefits of these charge coolers. But, you know, CSF standard procedure, you know, loads of machine parts, beautiful welding all the way around. You'll see when we pull the stock ones out, I think they're crimped or something, so they do blow between the metal cores and the side plastic pieces. And overall, just a much better product, and obviously a staple part of your engine base. So what we're going to do now is start stripping down the stock car, the stock parts, remove them from the vehicle, and showcase what they look like compared to the CSF parts. So yeah, let's get the car on the ramp, let's get our technicians moving, and let's get this going. All right, so you've seen what the stock cooler looks like and the aftermarket one from CSF. So as we mentioned at the start of this video, there's a bit of modification that's needed to be done to make it fit. One key thing is the kind of mount that the cooler actually sits on. So we've actually removed it, which I think is a really good option because it's quite a confined space, obviously debris going in to the turbo inlets and, you know, the throttle bodies and stuff like that. So I think it's a 10 mil nut. You just whip that off. You can then get this and put it in a vise. You can then measure this. CSF have recommended 8 to 10 mil. Obviously, we're going to send it and go straight at the 10 mil. So what we'll do is we'll measure 10 mil off of the top, mark it, and then we'll get an angle grinder and cut it and clean it up a little bit. So that's the first thing. We're also going to start looking at some washers to start spacing things out. But yeah, it's coming together. Super excited. All right, so let's run through some of the key advantages between CSF and OEM. Obviously, initially, the size. The size is bigger. The core size inside the CSF is greater than the original, which you can see visually straight away. Key things from a visual side, obviously, we come a lot from the M3, M4 platform, which BMW uses a similar engineering technique of getting a kind of aluminium core or metal core and then crimping it to plastic sides. Obviously, as boost increases, pressure increases within inside here, which will then start to split this over time, as well as obviously flow rate. So this has some join there, connection there. Again, the same here compared to the CSF, which is a super nice casted flow into the car of such. So yeah, some cool bits. Obviously, machine fittings throughout, which are going to make the installation really nice. And just overall, a really nice bit of kit. But obviously, we can go into more of the performance gains and stuff like that in the next video. Dylan, I'm sure, can maybe throw some on the screen. Maybe some of the size difference between the OEM core and the aftermarket. But yeah, we're going to get straight into it. We showed you a little bit of the removal, the mess that is created with the OEM removal. But primarily, we just use ISTA, remove everything as per the original kind of instructions. And then when we start installing this, we utilize CSF's amazing instructions. So yeah, let's have it. Just like that, we have our first CSF cooler, and I actually quite like the gold. So yeah, you can literally get them body colored, any color. But yeah, let's walk through the install. So key things are, again, reference this installation guide and have a look at what they've sent you. So to get this in, it's not the easiest. You are replacing what's already quite tight with something that's a lot bigger. So Charlie the tech, he mentioned tucking in the bottom, leaving the silicone up on the turbo already, get the bottom clipped in, and then feed the kind of inlet that goes into the turbo into the silicone, and you should get it. You should start to see you have a gap here between the mounting position on the top side of the cooler, and that's where CSF's little washers come in handy. You can see now we have about 3 mil behind. Use your bigger washer, your thicker one on the back, pack it out, and then you've got one for the front face, and you can screw it there. The original washers, we recommend just putting them aside, put them with your stock parts. Other than that, it's not too bad. It's just really putting it back. What we're going to do now is start installing the second cooler, and then it comes kind of like the cleanup phase where we're going to start cleaning up some of the hoses, making sure they're super neat. Obviously, refill the system with coolant. We always use OEM coolant. We mix it with distilled, and then we fill it all back up, remove any air, etc., etc. But yeah, it's pretty nice coming together. Now just starting to part it together. So we'll sit back, relax, and enjoy some nice filming. Nice. Thanks, Dylan.
CSF, and we're here at CSF HQ in California. Thanks to the guys at R44 Performance for putting this awesome video together. Just wanted to wrap things up for you guys, giving you a few more insights and specifications into our new G9X Charge air coolers. So the CSF part number is 8351. That comes finished in a crinkle black. You can also get it in our raw finish if you wanted to do your own powder coating. But really, if you wanted a custom color, the best thing to do is go on csfrace.com. Click the products link, check out all the custom colors that we've done in the past, and we can do any custom color that you'd like. You can work and order that through your authorized dealer, just like R44 Performance. They elected to get their coolers done in a really nice satin poly gold. And yeah, in terms of installation, we do recommend taking this to a qualified BMW technician. There is some modifications to install this. If you can follow the instructions well and based on the level of expertise of the technician, it's really gonna help line up the two charge coolers for the left and right so that the crossover tube is really even and that tube is parallel. Just gives it a better look. So unless you're a DIY guy with an advanced knowledge of the platform, definitely recommend taking it to a technician to get installed. And just wanted to thank the guys at R44 for putting this video together. These coolers are now available, again, CSF part number 8351, and you can get it from R44 or any other authorized CSF dealer around the world. Thank you for watching, and have a good time. Stay cool.